Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up.
Yeah, hello wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. I'm very sorry about that breakup in the earlier scheduled live broadcast. I am about to go into a live broadcast debate with some of the APC Tinubu's media warriors. So I don't want to waste your time because I'm already behind the schedule in this very program. So let me quickly join them. They are already seated. That is Ijele Speak is already speaking, so I'll be joining any moment from now to continue in this very debate. Please share this video, follow this program. I'm going over to another platform, that's Prime View Television, being hosted by Spencer and Enwalo. So let's go there, have a healthy debate, and you be the judge of what you heard and make your decision by yourself. I'm Aswitched Peters, and this is Political Review.
Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up.
Calls himself a bishop. You know my stance on religion. I'm Amadioha. I don't believe in all this Christianity or whatever. But I do respect people for their views. I respect people for their opinions. Now you are not going to call these ones fake because they are not supporting your candidate. You know, they expect everyone to work on lockstep, to work in lockstep. So you swallow everything they're giving you. Don't move left, don't move right, just go straight.
All right, Ijele, thank you. Let's see if we can get Chinedu in at the moment. Chinedu, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
I have BBI channel 1.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
No, don't worry about the problem. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. I've been listening attentively while we try to sort out the network problem and also some technical problem, because I actually wanted to also stream it via our YouTube channel, so that viewers as well can also hear and be part of this program. And in case some of them have some kind of mix-up, they can search for Prime View TV, being owned or published by Spencer and Enwalo, who is the host of this very program. You can reach out to him. Thank you very much for having us arrange this very healthy conversation. I don't want to argue, but I am here to make my presentation. And also to my brother Ijele Speaks, I thank you very much for making yourself also available. And I've been listening attentively on your very, stance with respect to your candidate. Let me quickly start by addressing one wrong notion when the host of the program said that BVI Channel 1 is a Biafran TV. I must tell you that BVI Channel 1 is a corporate media company duly registered in Nigeria, operating as a private limited company, and I happen to be the MD and the publisher. I am a Biafran, no doubt, and no apology to that. And I am the voice of the Biafran people. I'm also the voice of all oppressed indigenous people in Nigeria, whether as Biafrans, Oduduwas, or even Arewas, who are victims of corrupt, failed government, successive government we've been having in Nigeria. I am the voice of the oppressed, poor, wretched Nigerian people suffering insecurity, suffering backwardness.
Chinedu, we'd like you to tell us the very, please, call it down, please.
I am just making an introduction. I'm just making an introduction.
Please, I want you to go ahead and tell us. Get to the point, please.
I'm just making an introduction and also taking my time to come in. So don't interrupt me. I know what I'm doing. I know my time. You gave us five minutes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I want to bring viewers up to speed. All right. So please don't interrupt. Thank you very much. I will appreciate that. Now, I want to also inform our viewers from across board that personally I am an advocate for good governance, and as well they call me Archbishop Good Governance Ministry. So the man speaking to you here is a Biafran, is a Nigerian, a political activist, and a public commentator for the interest and benefit of the general public. So having said that as an introduction, let me also state this very clearly as a disclaimer, emphatically. I am not supporting Peter OBI candidacy because he is a saint and a man without sin. No, I am not supporting Peter OBI because he's an Igbo man. Never. And I'm not supporting Mr. Peter OBI because he's from Anambra State, where I come from. I am supporting Peter OBI because of his personality and who he is, what he represents, and the light of hope he has rekindled in the lives of millions of frustrated, desperate Nigerians across board. People who are dying on daily basis because government failed to secure them, which is the primary responsibility of the government. People who have lost hope and are passing through hell because the economy is battered and there is no hope for where the next meal will come from. Youths who their future have been stolen from them and mortgaged by people who have made government their private enterprise to enrich themselves and make themselves demigod. I have been an advocate standing against the status quo of the old order of impunity and corruption. And that is why I am in and routing for Mr. Peter OBI, because he is better than what the APC and the PDP have presented to Nigerian people. I believe in the politics of an ideology and not the politics of money, politics of pounds and dollars, politics, mercantile politics of buying and selling. That is where I stand up against the APC and the PDP. And coming to Good Governance Ministry, we have our standard for appraising whoever we will ever throw our support with. We are not the kind that stays neutral. No, we take a stand and we stand on the truth. And that truth remains that from our assessment, coming from personality of the three individuals, talking about PDP and APC and that of Labour Party, Peter OBI stood out as the only man that has a better personality in private life and also in public life as a governor. He's a man that his records are straight and he will tell you to go and verify it. And when you have verified and found anything wrong, then you can have a case against him. So until those who are supporting both PDP and APC come up with a verified, controversial, stands with the man of Peter OBI, then we can have a rethink. And some of the assessments.
Okay, Chinedu, I'm gonna pause you there.
No problem.
Chinedu,
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
pause you. It's time for Ijele to come back.
All right.
You know, we don't have this time. Please, you're gonna have time to come back again. Hold on for now.
It's all right.
Ijele, please, and thank you. Please stay on. The line is clear. We can hear you clearly. Ijele, please, I'd like you to respond to some of the things that he said so far, please.
I'm the one speaking there, right?
Yes, correct. Yeah, go ahead, Ijele.
Okay, you know, if after 8 years someone is going in office and subsequent years in active politics, someone cannot tell me what this candidate has done or how he's going to solve issues. My dear, that candidate is a hard sell, it's a tough sell. You have a hard time selling him. If you watched Adeola and Peter OBI yesterday, if you were Peter OBI's kinsman and you didn't feel goosebumps all over your body as he was stumbling around with words, my brother, you must hate that man. You must have a special hatred for him. I was expecting someone to tell me, Onisha. Peter OBI was born in Onisha. He grew up in Fege. Maybe he was born elsewhere, but I know he grew up in Fege. Apart from that Silas Works area and that Otanda roundabout where they came and painted over, because one thing about town is that it will expose both the evil and the good. Roads built by Ngige are still standing, but those ones they say it did. Go show me. I want to see. Now, Onisha is the commercial city of Anambra State, the commercial hub of Anambra State. Someone, Onisha is known for trading. The manufacturing has disappeared pretty much, especially and every other places in the southeast. I was expecting someone to say that main market Onisha, this is the new market Peter OBI built there. Electronics, electromats, this is the market he built there. About the main market, which is relief market, this is what he built there. Spare parts import, both new tire, lorry parts, old parts, new parts, mbuka nuku, mbuka obere, ochanja, obunike, ogidi. No, I want someone like, show me what this guy has done. Politics has gone past rhetoric. It has gone past using choicy words. It has gone past being clean shave and speaking in a low tone. No. What have you done? Now he said personality. Where the hell is that personality? This is Peter OBI said that he left Ahmed for Obi, and at the end of the day he left the state in debt. He said go and verify. We verified that. Obiano's finance commissioner came and exposed it, and when people didn't believe you well, Obiano himself came out. Pandora Papers. Peter OBI's name is on Pandora Papers. The money in the name of one of his children, his daughter alone, will take 10,000 children to school from primary to university without any noise. Is Peter OBI telling us that the daughter made that money? How? And you had to even save it abroad? British Virgin Island? Not even in your state? Where is that personality? Then he made something. I said what he represents. What exactly did he represent? Does he represent? This is the guy that tried to kick Obiano out because Obiano was ready to play ball, and he lost to Obiano twice. Twice he lost to Obiano. How popular do you think he must be to have lost to Obiano 2 good times? Now, politics of ideology. People say there's no politics of ideology in Nigeria, but that's a lie. APC plays a politics of ideology because the number one reason APC was founded was to stop people from selling off government assets. And you can't tell me there to bring in the private bodies to come in and help. They did, but not one was sold. Disco is about being recovered fully from the people Peter OBI was with. Peter Obi became a PDP member from the moment he entered Anambra. They forget that he was winning with APC, but we all that were living in Anambra State knew exactly what was happening and what went on. The water that passed on that bridge, we saw, and we saw the types of fish that flowed with the water. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. You are going to tell us Peter Obi was going to with Goodluck Jonathan to commission audio Niger Bridge. Oh, they will unveil it today. Oh, it will be ready within 2 years. It will this it. It took a full animal to build that, and he is friends with all of these people, still bowing to Atiku. How the hell is he different? Still bowing to him, calling him his boss. That means you are with them, you are just on a self-serving mission because you didn't get what you expected them to give you. So on character, on everything he mentioned, believe me, the guy fell 0. Now I'll give you one. He's talking about education.
One more minute. So we can go back to him.
Okay. Under Peter Obi, students were at home for 13 months. This is not general strike. In Adam, you think you can control the whole Southeast, and they will say he built schools. I said, show me those schools. This guy came to St. Luke's Church of Okoko. I will end in 30 seconds now. And promised us that he will build Okoko 1, rebuild Okoko 2, rebuild Okoko 3. And he will build a drainage system that will stop flooding in that area. What did he do? He channeled every water from Awada down to Okoko. The place became worse than it is. Anyone doubting me should go to Okoko right now and verify. Go and verify. The things are before our very eyes. Who are you gaslighting? This is just pure nonsense. I don't believe that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ijele. Now, Chinedu, we'd like you to come back with a response to what we said and add to what you were going to say from the beginning. And more. You can hear us. Unmute your mic and go on, Chinedu.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Unmute your mic.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the time there. Honestly speaking, I've heard all that Ijele speak have been saying, but I can tell you that everything he said there are false propaganda. It has no basis. Coming from the one where you talk about his administration, talking about infrastructure. I was born, I lived all my life in Onitsha, and I'm still in Onitsha. In fact, I'm speaking to you right now from Onitsha. So I'm not on and off Onitsha or Anambra State. During the time of Mr. Peter Obi, his infrastructural records are there. From schools to hospitals to road infrastructure, the evidence are there. When I roll out, on the other day I was on the street rush. I never knew the woman I was speaking with was a former principal. I was asking a question, who will you vote for in this election? And she started rolling out her experience as a principal under Peter Obi's governorship. I will publish that. You will hear it for yourself on BVI Channel 1. Also, it is on record he gave buses to all the schools. In fact, he took Anambra State from the point of where they were to the point where it is today. That Anambra, no doubt, no state in Nigeria or 2 or 3 states in Nigeria can compete effectively with pupils or students from Anambra State. You can argue with your ancestors. The facts are there. The facts are there. Go to schools in Anambra State. The other day, I published a school in Lagos State where pupils were singing the national anthem in the swamp, right in the same Lagos that is El Dorado. I don't want to go in to start talking about Tinubu. I am here to speak about the man, Peter Obi, his credentials that speaks for him. The hospitals get ambulances, each and every one of them. They are still operational. If you go to that of General Hospital here, you will see it there. Very active. All of them. And even some missionary hospitals got. Tell me which state, like Anambra State, that had experienced years of impunity under PDP. In fact, it is a miracle for Peter Obi to effectively discharge his duty as a governor, having corrupt, infested PDP party legislators in this state, because the man refused to play the kind of dirty politics they play, the politics of corruption. They impeached him twice. But you know what? No matter what you do, you cannot overcome darkness. No matter how you want to paint it, you cannot overcome darkness. No matter how you try to push the propaganda, you cannot beat it. This whole threat of trying to ethnicize Mr. Peter Obi's presidential candidacy, pushing it that it is the Southeasterners' candidacy. Rubbish. These are the scams of APC politicians. Who were shouting, it was our turn. It is the turn of the Igbo presidency, both PDP and APC. They ended up selling that at Abuja, where dollar speaks, where they sold themselves to the highest bidder, and that was how Tinubu emerged. You can go and argue with your ancestors, I don't care, but what happened and the emergence of the PDP and the APC presidential candidates, the dollars that exchanged hands, which is a clear, it was done in the very before eyes of the whole Nigerians. You can say, you did not see anybody carry the bags of dollar up and down. What were EFCC doing there? What was EFCC doing at the national conference of both APC and PDP? I was at Asaba when that of Labour Party happened. Not even a single EFCC officer was there, because they knew it is not a place where we dey give shishi, where we dey carry bags of stolen public wealth. So that is just about it. Why I personally say I am not going to support APC or PDP, because they are two sides of the same bad coin that have made the lives of Nigerian people miserable. By the time I get to the point where I will start revealing the role Tinubu played in bringing the government that we Nigerians, all of we Nigerians are enjoying today under APC. By the time I get to that point, maybe you still have something to say to defend him. But let me tell you and remind you to get ready to tell us who really is Tinubu, what is actually his original name, his state, the source of his wealth. When you are able to answer this and then come to how old actually is the man. To be old is a blessing. I respect elders. In fact, it is my attachment to elders that brought me this far. To the blessed memory of Dr. Dozie Ikedife, a die-hard Biafran. He is my father. He is late today, but his word still speaks for him. He said to me, if I have to succeed,
we're going to call you.
You have to be giving me, you have to be prompting me like a minute so that I will not get across the time. Thank you very much.
Yes, and you're meant to time yourself. You got 30 seconds then, 30 seconds to round up, 30 seconds to round up.
I'm just preparing the minds of Ijele on what he is going to answer. I am not yet asking him the questions, but I'm trying to let him get prepared on what he should tell Nigerians about his candidate based on his age, based on his source of wealth, based on his personality, which state is Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually from, so that Nigerians will understand who they are dealing with. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Chinedu. Okay, Ijele, thank you, Chinedu. Ijele, your turn now. We'd like to hear from you.
My brother, yes. when I call someone a liar, I do my due diligence.
Chinedu, mute yourself, please.
When I call someone a liar, I do my due diligence to expose how the person lied. He said everything I said was a lie. Please, which one? Okoko 1, did he build it? Okoko 2, Okoko 3, did he build any? The school hospitals they are talking about, you give me names. Ahmed Hospital, remember when we used to quarrel with them when Peter OBI first declared? They said he built Ahmed Hospital. Peter OBI was still bathing outside in the streets when Ahmed Hospital was built. The only thing he did was say, oh, they turned it to teaching hospital. They renovated, painted over an old building. If Peter OBI had invested in Anambra healthcare, why is it that whenever someone is seriously ill in Anambra State, you will be referred to UNTH? Why? The leading hospitals in Onitsha, Menax, EMU, St. Charles Borromeo, Toronto, all these ones, none of them is a government hospital. Some are here for surgery. All these things, he did nothing there. Then he talked about Peter OBI loving the people, this and that. Please, have we forgotten what happened at Okuzu SARS? And someone wants me to focus, oh, which state is Tinubu from? Oh, a former Lagos state governor? You are asking me which state he is from, instead of basing your thing on issues, on the real issues. Now, when they say a school in Swamp in Lagos, they are talking about those Ilache people. Please, go show me how the schools at Omo, the whole area, in fact, don't even go far. Aguata Primary School. What's the distance between Aguata and Dago? His hometown. You know, I love when you want to sell your candidates. When I tell you Ashwaju, schools in Lagos State, go check, even the ones built by local government chairmen. And Peter OBI is talking about, this man did not conduct a single local government election in Anambra State until when he was about leaving. He set up one kangaroo committee. They are doing whatever, and of course he wanted to use it to usurp the power of the person coming in. And Obi are not caught up with the tree and disbanded everything. Peter OBI you are talking about now. When you talk about insecurity in the southeast, President Muhammadu Buhari beat Jonathan hands down in the north by promising their people to end insurgency and terrorism, of which you cannot tell yourself the truth and say that Nigerian security is worse than it is now. Ask people in the army, check the armory, check everything well funded. They say, oh, train attack. That thing happened just the week APC was supposed to have conduct their presidential primaries. So you don't need anyone to tell you exactly what that was, and they've been dealing with them till now. But Peter OBI cannot bring himself to talk about the killers in the southeast. Has he condemned ESN for once? They killed Chike Akunyili, his kinsman. Did he come out to condemn it? Did he say anything? They've destroyed the entire Newi South and Ihiala. They've destroyed everywhere. Even at Anambra, those border communities, go check. How many times has he raised a voice against it? He said he believes in growing the economy. How can you know how to grow Nigeria's economy when sit at home is killing Anambra economy and you are not even saying anything about it? I want people to hold a mirror to the people they are following. Hold a mirror to them. I am too big to be confused with words of mouth. I believe in action. And if after, okay, when they are talking about roads under Peter OBI, your evidence is that one woman told you. I'm telling you what's obtainable. Is there anyone here who doesn't know that Ngige did the road map of Anambra State? That was his plan. We saw him going inside villages in his shorts and old school this thing with you go wear socks now with his black shoes and papa's cap, moving everywhere. All those roads, people from Anambra State, you will know that in Anambra, billionaires always compete with, hey, what have you done for your community? They started linking their communities to those roads they built. Other than that, you cannot show me like a single market you built in Onitsha, the commercial hub of your state. The computer they said he gave to schools. My sister attended St. Monica's College, Obunike. This guy will bring like 5-6 computers. Students will take photos with it. Then they will start posting it. Those computers are just in the offices. How many Anambra students were taught with computers? My sister, 2 of my sisters attended St. Monica's College, Obunike. So what are you telling me? Where were those computers? Who did he give to? People will be selling this land. Now, man, I don't even need 5 minutes to debunk all those things.
Thank you, Ijele. Thank you, Ijele. Chinedu, you heard what you're laughing. You can now unmute yourself and tell us what you think about what he said.
You know, Spencer, when you listen to some of these guys that defend Tinubu or try to attack Peter OBI, his credentials and what he has done for the Anambra State, you cannot just beg to laugh. You will just be laughing because it sounds so funny. It sounds so funny for somebody to say that Anambra State is lagging behind when it comes to road network. Anambra State, tell me one state that has more road network to all the rural areas in their communities, around their communities in Anambra State. Tell me one. It is on record that Anambra State has the most developed rural areas, the most developed rural areas in Africa, Anambra specifically. There is no way you can go and compare rural areas with that of Anambra State in terms of development and access to modern facilities. There is none. Who did it? Mr. Peter OBI. How did he do it? He came up with a policy and a program that every community in Anambra State must have access to road. Every community must have access to road. And most of those roads, he built it with that of the help, or he contracted local engineers, indigenous engineers, and they did a wonderful job with what is available for them. And remember, he is doing this job coming in as a state governor with an empty purse, because the tenure of Ngige and the fight with his PDP godfathers in Abuja drained the entire South Anambra State, everything it had. And you have someone coming from nowhere to start building from the scratch. You want to compare him with Lagos State that has been existing since 1914. No, just listen to yourselves and now appraise yourself with the facts on ground. The performance, the records are there. Is Lagos State better than Anambra State in education in terms of the records they have been putting out? The records are there. I am not the one that said it. The records are there with WAEC and JAM. When it comes to security, Anambra is the most secure state in this country. The insecurity we experienced in Anambra State was politically sponsored by those who want to keep Anambra State people under duress and hostage. Those who want to take Anambra State by every crook or by every means. They were the ones that brought in criminals, faceless criminals operating as unknown gunmen in the name of Biafra, masquerading themselves as Biafrans. I am the only one that stood up and said, everyone that are doing this criminal activity in the name of Biafra are politically sponsored by those who want to take over Anambra State by force. They are no Biafrans. They don't represent Biafra. They are stooges and agents and foot soldiers of politicians who want to take Anambra State by fire, by force.
You have 1 minute. 1 minute to go now. One minute to go. Today.
No problem.
Go on.
So, when you talk about infrastructure, the markets and the rest of them, it was Peter OBI that started decongesting Anambra State concentrated market in Onitsha. That's how you start having Obunike building materials, bakery materials, and the rest of them, pushing them out of Onitsha. It is the brain of Mr. Peter OBI that established that process. Today, development have already started kicking right across Ogidi, the hometown of Spencer. And most communities out there are open for development. So when you want to classify a man who has a track record of a private life as a businessman and also as a governor with a man that is yet to find his foot about his personality of who he is, his name, his age, where he comes from, and the source of the wealth he is bragging with, he is bugaring with as the Jagaban of Lagos.
Okay, Chinedu, your time's up now. Now, thank you very much to Ijele and Chinedu. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed the debate so far. We tried to make it. We're going to now go into the stage where it's going to be back and forth. So both of you are going to mute your mics now. And Ijele, I want you to start by telling what you want to say. But this is time for you to.
I want to respond. Let me respond to what this he said now. I'm not sure he's hearing me very well because I outlined how the rural roads in Anambra were built. Maybe he wasn't paying attention. I said, Ngige. He's talking about Ngige and his godfathers. If Ngige had respected the so-called godfathers, he would have ruled Anambra for 8 years. I'm sorry you are the only person from Anambra State that forgot who destroyed godfatherism in Anambra State. But I'm happy to teach you that one. Let me mark it. Now, he's talking about...
Mike, I want you to be able to respond. Let's have back and
forth.
No,
let me finish.
No, let him finish. Let him finish whatever he wants to say.
Up to 3 minutes.
Okay.
About security in Anambra State.
Okay.
Under Peter OBI, kidnapping was highest in Anambra State under Peter OBI. Now, he's talking about rural roads. Anambra State has the best rural roads. Nobody is in denial of that. Like I told you, for instance, let me be giving you names. Ubo and the environs. Atoeze completed more roads than Peter OBI in Ubo, the entire Tunukoka area. You go to Obana, there was this guy, I think it was Felixo, that was constructing roads now. Now Obi Kubana is doing that one. Ozubul, Bishop Ozubul and Co. FAP from Osumeni has more roads to his name in his local government than Peter OBI. Peter OBI was enjoying the generosity of Anambra billionaires. He constructed strategic roads. Now, all of them started looking at their towns to those major roads for them to have access. That was the reason they were all bringing down their Lamborghini. If you go to Agolo there, that is it a Agolo? That's roundabout at Agolo Market, a Agolo, I think. You will be seeing expensive vehicles. People were coming back. Go to Nanka. Okay, in Nanka. Go and check all these places I just mentioned. Now, let me give you one. Ogbunike, the market in Ogbunike, Peter OBI never contributed anything to it. In case you don't know the history of that market, let me teach you. Go to building materials, bridgehead. They used to stay along Port Harcourt Road by Niger. The place was too tight, the roads, everything. Now, the unions, when they had problem, they went and found the land in Ogbunike and built their market there, moved it there. That was how that market came to be. And another thing, ShopRite Onitsha. ShopRite Onitsha is standing on a property that used to be owned by Anambra Broadcasting Service. Who signed it out? How come Anambra Broadcasting Service is now housing ShopRite? And people just think we'll forget this one. Now, I've led my case.
Okay, Chinedu, I want you both of you to now open up the floor. Chinedu and Ijele, please. This is time for back and forth, 10 minutes of that before the program goes. So ask each other questions, make it open, make it a debate, open discussion to each other, head to head. Chinedu, what you got to say to him? As an obedient, market Obi, well, you're not market Obi, market Obi, we haven't Obi as well.
Is Jubri at Ethiopia? You see, this is the reason I'm telling you, these guys don't know what politics is. They don't know anything in politics. It's the same IPOB pattern. Is Jubri at Ethiopia? Amuda Al South Africa. I say it's Amuda Al Burundi. You mean the drug case after that rose up then when AIT published the thing about it? In fact, AIT had to beg. The man was about taking over their entire institution. They had to beg over that one. And when you are talking about drug, please, are you telling me that Peter OBI is far from drug business since you want to play it that way? Because I have other things I have to say about him. In case if you want to talk about that one. Do you know why? Why did Peter OBI spend over 10 years for a 4-year course in UNN? No, they went and selected document they released. Why did AIT go and apologize and beg? And you are the only one who doesn't know that that drug case was exactly what AIT published and had to beg in order not to be sued to help.
Let me answer you that one now. Let me answer you that one. Let me answer you that one. Tinubu, please. Oh, man. Tinubu is, you can't answer question and answer question. Why don't you let me answer your question? Let me answer your question. Tinubu, you are talking about accountants and you didn't even talk about the industry you worked in. Tinubu has been in oil and gas far older than you and I. Before you and I were born, he was already into oil and gas. So if you want to go to against someone based on personal issues, you have to do your background check. He worked with ExxonMobil for years, and this guy has owned oil well for Lord knows when. And you are telling me that someone who worked with Mobil, served as an accountant, has changed of companies, you're asking me how he made his money? Really? No, you will still ask me how GUO managed to buy off half of New Asaba. These are people with vision. People with vision. A visionary man. And the land you are talking about in Lagos, you can't show me a single government land he converted. But Peter OBI converted Anambra Broadcasting Service to ShopRite. So when you are coming out with this type of attack, you should look at yourself very well before you come, because you are just projecting Peter OBI's personality on Ashwaju. How do you know? Okay, give us the number. Since you know, give us the number, please. You say we know. Give us the number. What's wrong with this guy?
No, but Chinedu, can I say something? We want you to tell us about what Peter OBI did. Stop talking about Tinubu. Yes, tell us about what Peter OBI did, and let Ijele tell you about what that's what it should be about. It's a debate about who should be the president. Yeah, but listen, you've already said that there's no sense. Peter OBI is no sense. Tinubu is no sense. So we don't want to go down that avenue. What we want to talk about is issues. Give us what Peter OBI is done, and let yes. Yes. No, but it should be about what they did in governance. Why they should be president. That's what we're talking about. We're not why they should be president. Yes. No, because Chinedu, Ijele can tell you about Peter Obi's bad side too. Listen, Chinedu. Ijele can tell you about bad things about Peter Obi because of Panama.
Since he wants to play that, is Peter OBI from Agulu, or was his father from Onitsha, from Moderator family? Since I hate, man, come on.
Let's talk about what Peter Obi did. Talk about what Peter Obi did in Anambra State. Sell him. That's what we want to talk about.
And you are wasting our time.
And why are you asking that question then?
And why were you asking the question then?
Question. What we're saying is, tell us what Peter Obi did for Anambra State. All right, Chinedu, I'm moderating this program. Please, can we step aside? I said we don't want to abuse. We don't want to go into personal abuses of individuals. We want you to talk about issues. What is the need? What is the policy? Why is it going to bring to Nigeria? Why do you think that what you did in Anambra you can replicate it in Nigeria? What examples do you have to give? That's what we want to see.
Which one? Name the ones, name the government properties he converted. Can you name the government properties he converted? Name one. Name the government land. Name the government land, government office, government skyscraper, government, like any, name the thing, name it. It's not about running around. I'm just having fun here anyway. I gave you an example. I said the land, the property where ShopRite Onitsha is standing today used to be Anambra Broadcasting Service Onitsha. Now ShopRite is there. What is Peter OBI's interest in ShopRite? Now it's up to you to say this land, so place, was a government land. Tinubu converted it. He's not telling me, oh, when he was in Chicago, this and that. I was probably not born yet then. So what bearing has this got on politics and election of 2023? I ask you, show me where is that land, Peter, that Tinubu coveted. I've shown you the one Peter OBI coveted. Where is the one Tinubu coveted? That's what I want to hear. ShopRite is owned by what? You said ShopRite is owned by what? ShopRite is owned by what? Sold by what? Which government sold it to a company Peter OBI has interest in? Which government sold it to a government Peter OBI has interest in? No, you tell me. Is ShopRite standing on a land that used to belong to ABS or not? I don't like all these things. You are telling me it's sold by government. Whose administration? Whose administration killed Anambra breweries? You are very ignorant person. You know this Biafra virus that entered you people's head.
No,
you don't even know how you sound. You don't even know how you sound. Go rewatch this thing.
and see how you are insulting yourself. I doubt.
No abusing. Chinedu, you're being abusive now. Why are you abusing?
Fuck up.
We said no abuses. Now, can Ijele speak? Ijele, I want you to speak now. Let Chinedu turn. Ijele, can I hear you now, please? Can I hear you?
Let me.
Yes, Chinedu. Ijele, I want to ask you a question. I want you to tell us why you so much believe that. No, you have to, Chinedu, you have to use it now.
You know the way they behave now. You know the way they behave now. You know the way they behave. All these
please,
come on.
Yes. Now, Ijele, can you please tell us why you feel that? Why you feel?
Can this guy shut up for once? Can this guy shut up for once? I can't hear you.
Yes, wait now. So, no. After one moderating.
This guy, you know, these people, I don't know how they behave. These people are just plain man.
Wait.
What?
Now, Ijele, please, can you please tell us why you so much believe that Peter OBI would not be a good president for Nigeria?
Someone who did not effectively. Someone is still talking. Please, can you mute all the other mics?
Yes, Chinedu, can you wait, please? Don't be civil. Can we be civil? All right, Chinedu, go ahead. We have the BC here.
Can that dog stop barking before I talk? Because I'm having sensory overload here.
Ijele, go ahead, please. Don't go ahead.
Can you keep the bingo in the backstage so I can give my points? Keep the bingo in the backstage, please.
Take him off, please. If we can't be civil, we'll take him off.
Take this guy off. These are who they
we can't be civil. Take him off to the side. Ijele, please go ahead. We want to hear you.
Anybody that did not manage a small state like Anambra State well, that could not even conduct, if somebody did not conduct local government election as a governor, what?
Just look at them, bunch of liars. Just look at them, both of them, bunch of liars. Both APC, both of them are APC members. So they don't want to answer questions, and they don't want me to also ask them questions. And when they ask questions, they don't want you to also answer their question, because their question is baseless. The man that called himself Ijele Speak was saying that Peter OBI sold ShopRite. ShopRite is being owned by Anambra State government up to today. I mean, on a shopping mall, while ShopRite is just renting an apartment there. But they will not say the truth. They are just blatant liars. But we are going to disgrace and expose them here today. This one working for DSS, what do you call it? Ebubago. You working for them, working for APC all these years. We are going to expose them today. We are going to expose every one of them, and they are part of those who reported our channel and wanted this channel to go down. So today, we are having head-to-head with them. So let's go back to them.
There is one thing. You're online. You're online.
Yeah, I know you are online, but I must tell you that I'm disappointed that Spencer
You're
is
saying it online.
Spencer is trying to play devil's advocate, and he's blocking me off. It's unnatural and uncivilized. It's uncivilized for him to block me off, so that I know.
Get back on. You're still online. Get back online.
No, I am online, and they put me backstage because they don't want me to speak. When I was speaking.
No, when you were speaking now, you're in the front. People can hear what you're saying.
No. As long as I'm concerned, they should open up the line so that I can speak. It's a simple thing.
No, you finished. I opened up the line. You came back and started talking to Spence again. When I opened up,
No.
watch the
You
TV.
cannot
You were on stream. I put you up.
You cannot put me backstage. Tell them to put me back again so that we can address this issue.
You are back. You are back. You are back.
Go ahead then. Okay, maybe he's not willing to talk. All right, Chinedu, back to you.
Yeah. Hello, good evening, Spencer.
Okay, go on, okay.
Good evening to. Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. Andy, I can hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, you can hear me.
Yes, please go ahead. You have not much
Good
time.
evening to everybody, and good evening, Chinedu and Ijere. Good evening to you. You know, my is not for Tinubu. I am not for Peter OBI. I'm just standing by to make my own contribution as an ambassador of good governance ministry. My own position is to ensure that we have a livable and a working society where everybody will be equal before the law. I'm not here to defend political elites because as far as I'm concerned, all of them have come short of my expectation. But for now, those of us in the middle class have not gathered momentum to begin to decide who will represent us. We are still being uh, bombarded by our political elites who have cornered or privileged or opportuned to have cornered billions of naira to buy anybody. So mine is to criticize them, and if I have opportunity of seeing them, seeing Peter OBI now, seeing Tinubu now, I'll ask them very important question. What is their plan towards the country called Nigeria in terms of the constitution, in terms of economic restructuring? But for Peter OBI, I know he has come short of my expectation. I'm from Anambra State. And for Tinubu again, he has come short of my expectation. And I cannot defend Tinubu for any reason because of his age and the health condition, and because of his decision to choose a northerner or a Muslim northerner instead of choosing a Christian, even though as a person, my own concern is on good governance. Give us good governance, even if you're a traditional person. That is my major consideration. But Nigeria is a religious country. It's not only me that will vote, a lot of people will vote. So I will speak for good governance, and I will speak considering the people in question. Thank you, why I stand by.
Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you very
Can
much for
I
your
respond
contribution.
to him over what he said
Okay.
about my
Okay.
candidate and my
Go make
party?
it brief so Chinedu can come back in.
Okay.
Because I don't want Chinedu really
My brother,
taking him off.
my brother, thank you so much. I love your honesty and how you said this thing. You see me, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not my first choice. My first choice was Osinbajo. Then Asiwaju won. And I looked around. Who else am I going to support? Atiku is a no-go area. Then, if you leave these people and I don't stand for the best available, some people say lesser of two evils. No. I mean the best available. That is why I told you that Tashiwaju remains the best. And remember what I said at the initial stage. We are entering into the 24th year of democracy in Nigeria. And now, anyone running for office, you should tell us what you have done, how you have advanced your state, and you are not going to tell us, oh, you will. Anything you did not do in office, please don't give it to us now. Then on the Muslim ticket, you know how the dynamics of Nigerian politics is. In the north, I don't see how many Christian candidates there that will pull votes from the people. And you know the nature of politics in Nigeria. Let us not say, oh, if it was in America. No, it's in Nigeria. You play with what is obtainable. I don't believe in innuendo and just making comments. I believe in reality. Then the reality is this: you need a strong northerner with a track record of achievement in office, in public office. That was the reason Shetima was chosen. And a party cannot gamble its ticket on just emotions of others. And as it stands, we'll be hearing that Buhari would Islamize Nigeria. I don't know how many months remaining. And I don't see a single local government that was Islamized. And the Nigeria of today and the world of today, there is nobody, absolutely nobody, that would say that he's being forced into this religion. Second Niger Bridge, anybody that hates Muslims and detests everything they touch should please avoid using it. I don't care who works for me.
That Muslim ticket is just a backward ideology that Nigeria should overgrow, and we have overgrown it with 2023.
Okay,
You all are going to see.
Let's let Chinedu speak. Chinedu, please, can we not hear from you now? Why do you think that Ashwini should not be the president? Briefly, 5 minutes.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Can I ask you a question? One question, please.
Okay. Chinedu, I wanted you to speak. Chinedu, don't you want to say anything anymore? You don't want to speak
I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Yes, my dear Ijera, I respect your view. Seriously, your position from your own point of view, or your positions are quite in order from your own point of view. But from my own point of view, when you say that Tinubu is the best among the three, is the best. From my own point of view, he could be the best from Lagos point of view, serving the people of Lagos, or maybe the infrastructures he has put in place on ground, or how he has tried to develop human infrastructure, or political. Many politicians were developed, were moved to the next level. You know, my expectation from Peter OBI, having been a governor of Anambra State, to use that office and project the party ABGA. The party ABGA will take over other states, but maybe he has learned his lesson. He has not done it. That would have given him enough bargaining power. But Tinubu did that. I give credit to Tinubu. But when you say that he is the best, because we are talking at this point, at this moment, Tinubu is not strong again to be in that office of the president. If Tinubu is to be P2B, the same strength, the same energy, I will argue very strongly for him, even though I'm an Igbo man, because people are too emotional in this country. People are sentimental. People who say because P2B is Igbo man, therefore I should support him. No, Tinubu is Yoruba man. That is a Yoruba man. No, we are not playing tribal politics. We are not playing religious politics. Good governance ministry. Like I said, if Tinubu should have the same strength with Peter OBI, you know Nigeria is in serious crisis now. Ijera, even if you pretend, or even if you are claiming that everything is okay, I don't know if you are hearing me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Even if you are claiming, hello, even if you are claiming, somebody is distracting me. Okay, even if you are claiming that everything is okay, my dear brother, as a person, seriously, this Buhari administration is not giving anybody any encouragement to support anything coming from APC. Had it been Professor Osibanjo, just like you said, Ijera, that Osibanjo is your person, is your candidate. But because maybe you're a party man, anybody your party presents, you are bound to promote the person, you are bound to sell the person. So that is why you are selling Asuwaju Tinubu. Had it been Osibanjo is the person presented by APC, maybe we'll be arguing that let's give him a chance, that he may be better than Buhari. But from what we have seen so far, starting from restructuring, if you're arguing that the way structure of Nigeria presently is okay by you, Ijera, maybe I will say from your own point of view, you are correct. But from my own point of view, is wrong. Nigeria, the structure of Nigeria
Let me
is
respond to
faulty.
you, my brother. Let me respond to you so the other person can join. Let me respond to you now. So, my brother, you see.
Okay. Chinedu, go and speak. Ijele, let Chinedu speak, please. Chinedu, go on, speak. Chinedu, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, go on, Chinedu, speak now. We waited for you to speak before. You didn't want to. You speak now. Go on. Go ahead.
Mm. Please, he said, I am sorry. He said, you are not saying misconstruing it as if he's 72. Come on. Hey. Hi. English. People. Oh. You said it until I caught you now.
Okay.
Go show me where I posted that thing. You know, Spencer, let me respond, Spencer.
Okay,
When
okay, Chile,
they gave me, wait, he has spoken for more than
let
5
me
minutes.
respond now.
Please,
Chile,
please let me respond. If you can show me where I said this is Peter Obi's son, I will know this is not Peter Obi's son. I was even one of the people that killed that argument, so I don't know where you're coming from. Show me where I posted it. Show me where. I said this is Peter. Spencer, can I go in?
Anyway.
Can I go in? Let me. And sometimes they don't have their information. I will never posted that nonsense and say this is P2P's son. No. I even when people told me, I said no, this cannot be the son because I checked the shape of P2P's son's head. I said the head is bigger than this guy's head.
Let me quickly get Peter Obi's where he posted it very briefly, then we'll continue. When people lie, we catch them. Ha! These boys. This boy. APC. Hey. Yeah. Oh. Excuse me. Excuse me, Spencer. Spencer, you cannot put, you cannot keep me backstage. Yeah, listen, Spencer. Listen. Before anybody speaks here, please, excuse me, Spencer. Excuse me, Spencer. You have to give time to speak here and ambush somebody. When you don't want to speak or expose, you remove me and keep me backstage. And you allow somebody to be talking trash and you agree with him. Excuse me, Ijele, I said categorically speaking that I am not in the business of throwing up false issue on people who came. I said I did not carry out that story of Tinubu saying he is 72 because what I said he said was he is 72. That he means he is 70 also. I said it before Ijele started saying. Now, secondly, I take exception when somebody use abusive words on people. You say that the Biafran people are uncultured, but you are here calling me a bingo. I didn't respond to you because you know who you are and the desperation that is following APC and PDP. I am not concerned. But my business here is for Nigerians to judge for themselves the lies you have concocted. Everything you have said here is lie. And all the questions I asked you, you never responded to one of them. And the one you were running away from concerning ShopRite. ShopRite is only taking a rent in Onitsha shopping mall owned by Anambra State government. It is not sold to ShopRite. The property of Anambra State is not sold to ShopRite, but ShopRite, just like other users, ABS is only using Anambra State property, and that property was constructed for Onitsha shopping mall. It is Onitsha shopping mall. It has nothing to do with ShopRite. ShopRite did not own any single piece. So if you are lying, just know that you are just somebody who is just desperate to lie because they have paid you. Any money that you collect is your business. But for you to sell Tinubu to Nigerians is false. Go ahead, whatever you are saying.
out of is purely government business, purely government decision. What you should be considering is that decision wrong, or is it profitable, or to whose interest? Is it on public interest,
How much
or
is
is
ShopRite giving
it,
Anambra State?
wait, is it on public interest, or is it? I am not, I am not, I am not working for Anambra State. I'm not working for Peter OBI. What if you are saying that we should go to the archive to find out how much Anambra State is making from ShopRite business? Of course, we can go back and find out.
Chinedu, please now. Chinedu. All right, we're gonna have to bring the program to an end. On this note, please, I'm gonna have to thank everyone that came because the time is up. Thank you, Ijele, for being on the program. Thank you. Ijele, thank you every time we call you. Come on. I hope to have a bit more of these debates. Hopefully next time we'll have a PDP person and maybe an obedience, or a PDP and an Tinubu person. Let's keep it cultured. We want it to be passionate, yes, that's how we wanted it, but we didn't want to see abuses and all that. That's what we're gonna say. So thank you everyone. Andy, thank you for being on the program. We came and brought in a bit of
You cannot just be lying and saying, please, my people, that is how we had it today. But I believe we will still go back on this conversation, and we will continue on this. We'll keep exposing them wherever they are hiding. They buy these small things. This Ijele and his own people, they are many they bought. They were part of those that we are laughing because they succeeded in shutting down BVI Channel 1, because they are collecting money from corrupt old politicians. They will not succeed. It is only left for Nigerian people to allow these people, frustrated people, who are licking the boots of corrupt politicians. Do not allow them. They are giving them space, but we are going to squeeze that space out of them. Nigerian people, if you have not suffered enough, then continue saying I don't care, and allow people like Ijele that is just full of lies, to control or manipulate you. So that is how I'm going to end it today. I am not supposed to go live today. I just decided to go live to bring you this conversation, and we'll continue next week on Political Review and Matters Arising. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Stay connected at all times and stay safe. Bye-bye, my people, for now.
Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up.